You may be seated. You're fine. I invite you to pray with me. God of truth and knowledge, we give you thanks for the years of exploration and learning that have led to this moment of celebration. Bless these graduates as they now finish their time of study at Birmingham-Southern, and all those who have encouraged and empowered them along the way. Walk with these graduates as they leave and move forward in life. Take away their anxiety and confusion of purpose. Strengthen their many talents and skills so that they may live as a blessing to others. Fill us all with your hope for the future. Amen.
Let us pause in life's pleasures and count its many tears, while we all sob sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. Oh, hard times come again no more.
It's been a long, dark night, and I've been waiting for the morning. It's been a long, hard fight, but I see a brand new day dawning. I've been looking for the sunshine, 'cause I ain't seen it in so long. Everything's gonna work out fine. Everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay.
I can see the light of a clear blue morning. I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. Everything's gonna work out fine. It's gonna be okay. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. I can see the light of a brand new day. I can see the light of a clear blue morning. Everything's gonna work out fine. It's gonna be okay.
I can see
I can see the light. I can see the
Welcome. My name is Daniel Coleman, and I'm the president of Birmingham-Southern College. Today, we are celebrating the end of 4 years of hard work and the departure from the community of Birmingham-Southern College students. We're celebrating a graduation. Today, we are also celebrating a new beginning, the entrance into graduate schools, professional programs, or the job market. We are celebrating the entrance into the community of Birmingham-Southern College alumni. We're celebrating a commencement. For the 163rd time in our college's history, we're bringing family and friends together to celebrate the remarkable accomplishments of our graduating students and the amazing promise of their future. And today, I would like to recognize those who helped our students along the way, of course, family, parents, our staff, but in particular, those who helped our students in the classroom. Since the founding of Southern University in 1856, the bedrock of our college experience is that it prepares our students for the world, and those who do that are our faculty. Their domain expertise and personalized attention inspires our students in their classes on campus, and I would bet will inspire our graduates for years to come. So thank you. I would like to introduce Reverend Keith Thompson, class of 1983, Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees, who brings greetings from our board.
Good morning. 39 years ago, I sat in cap and gown in this Coliseum. I remember nothing about what the chair of the Board of Trustees said that day. What I do remember is I remember my parents sitting up here and my mother completely ignoring the request to hold your applause till everybody had crossed. But I also remember sitting with people that I had walked through life with for 4 years, having little idea about how many of them would continue to be lifelong friends 39 years later. In fact, I will gather with about 50 of them this evening to celebrate a number of 60-year-old birthdays. And I also remember on this day, after all the ceremony was over, getting a chance to thank the people on faculty and staff who had been so kind and patient and graceful to me through those 4 years, and who tried their best to call the best out of me. So as I reflect on those times, I recognize that today is a big moment, and yet you are more prepared for what's ahead than you may realize. So I say to you on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Birmingham-Southern College, I offer you not only greetings and congratulations to all of you, those who are here in person and all who are joining us online. We are grateful for your support of these students and this college. I offer to the graduates a heartfelt congratulations to you, your families, and everyone who has been a part of helping you get to this place. What you have accomplished by being here today is distinctive, significant, and memorable for all. And to the faculty and staff of this college who consistently pours their hearts into everyone who walks into this place, I say thank you for once again for caring for these students and preparing them to make the world a better place. Forward ever, and go Panthers.
Good morning. I'm Tim Smith, the interim provost. Before announcing the Outstanding Educator of the Year, I would like to first recognize the 4 BSC faculty members who are retiring this year. These faculty have served the college faithfully and with distinction for collectively more than 100 years. Faculty, when I call your name, please stand, and audience, please hold your applause until all names have been called. Steve Cole, Professor of Art. George Clersey, Professor of Accounting. Clyde Stanton, Professor of Chemistry. And David Ulrich, Professor of English. Can we have a round of applause for these dedicated faculty members? We will miss you. We hope you miss us. For over a decade, the college has presented the Outstanding Educator of the Year award to a faculty member who exemplifies Birmingham-Southern College's definition of an exceptional academic professional. These characteristics include excellence in teaching, ongoing scholarly or creative endeavors, effective student advising, and dedication and service to the college, profession, and community. The Outstanding Educator of the Year receives a stipend and serves as the speaker for commencement at the end of the following academic year. This year's recipient joined the BSc faculty in 1998 and is perhaps best known for the development of a thriving photography program at the college. Her own photographs have been featured in regional, national, and international exhibitions, setting an impressive example for her students. The quality of her teaching and popularity of her courses is evidenced by the fact that even those classes she teaches at 8 a.m. are regularly filled to capacity, and that is no mean feat. Her dedication to advising students is reflected in her role as a driving force behind a new program implemented here at the college in 2017. As one faculty nominator wrote, "There would be no major in architectural studies without her years of advising and deep commitment to the success of her students even beyond their time at the college. She has not only assisted our students, but also, in the process, demonstrated the value of a liberal arts education and how it can provide alternative routes to traditional professions." Her commitment to student success is extended beyond the classroom to the athletic field. I know she doesn't play herself, but during her stint as Chief Faculty Athletic Liaison, she worked to aid student athletes in balancing academic responsibilities with athletic commitments and facilitated improved communications between the athletic and academic sides of the college. For her unwavering devotion to her students, her profession, and to Birmingham-Southern College, it is with great pleasure that I present the 2022 Outstanding Educator of the Year Award to Professor Pam Vince. Pam, come on up. Dr. Dwayne Pontius, T. Morris Hackney Professor of Physics, was last year's Outstanding Educator of the Year and therefore serves as our commencement speaker today. He has been a member of the BSc faculty since 1999. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Dwayne Pontius.
To the class of 2022, I offer my sincere congratulations. For each and every one of you here, today marks a remarkable achievement. I must express my deep appreciation for this honor, particularly in the company of so many colleagues who deserve it just as much as I do, and perhaps more. Also, like all educators who try new things with the goal of improvement, my aim has sometimes missed the mark, and I apologize to any of you who've suffered through one of my failed experiments and are wondering how the hell I ended up before you here today. Events like today's are accompanied by the expectation that the speaker will offer advice, perhaps something bordering on wisdom, but let me throw water on that. I'm still struggling with running my own life, and while I can share some strategies that seem to work for me personally, they will be presented here for you as potential ideas for you to consider. Figuring out how to conduct your life is your responsibility. Instead, I'm going to tell you some stories today and let you take from them whatever you might judge to be valuable. I'll try not to use too much of your time, for time is the one thing that absolutely cannot be replenished. So what is this time thing anyway? According to philosophers, time is what keeps everything from happening at once. According to physicists, the three dimensions of space are unbounded, while the fourth dimension of time is unbounded moving forward. Despite that vast expanse, the relevant factor for us is that our lifespans within this unbounded universe have a finite extent. For perspective, each of you is about 20 years from birth, give or take a few years. By the same standard, I am roughly 20 years from death, fate permitting and the creek don't rise. Physicists describe the path of a body through space and time as its world line, and human world lines span about 80 years. Just as a ship moving forward through waters follows a path continually steered by its skipper, our individual world lines require piloting through waters that are sometimes charted and predictable, but which often conceal unexpected shallows and shoals. 41 years ago, I sat where you are. To be very specific, I sat 4 rows back, 1, 2, 3, on the left side of the aisle. The next decade of graduate school at Rice University in Houston was the most challenging, frustrating, and enjoyable period of my life. It introduced me to the people who became my closest friends and prepared me to work at a level of responsibility and independence that overwhelmed me at times. It involved long periods of unpromising and frustrated toil, occasionally interrupted with exhilarating success or demoralizing failure. These years were sprinkled with distinct events that signaled dramatic changes, events that marked a division between what came before from what came after. Today, of course, is one such event for you, and a long life will necessarily bring you other such exceptional moments. Some can be planned for: a wedding, birth of a child, relocation to a new city. Some will be anticipated with eagerness or anxiety: a phone call with a long-sought job offer, an email decision on a manuscript or proposal, a letter about your immigration status. Some will be dreaded: a catastrophic accident, a grave medical diagnosis, the death of a parent, or, most tragic of all, the death of a child. I have learned to recognize these events as momentous milestones and pausing to reflect on the change they signify in who you are. However, sometimes you will be the only person in the room to recognize the change. I had one such moment in the waning years of the 80s. My best friend, Juan, took a position for a NASA contractor and was living in a town called Kemah near the Johnson Space Flight Center, about an hour south of the Rice campus. My wife Naomi and I regularly drove down to hang out with him in his apartment, which overlooked a muddy inlet from Galveston Bay, inexplicably known as Clear Lake. Kemah was as desolate and barren as only Texas tidal flats can be, with no vegetation high enough to obscure the distant horizon and only an odd gull or heron riding the sea breeze. The ill-tended 2-lane road from Interstate 45 meandered east for a few sparsely populated miles before reaching a classic ice, bait, and tackle gas station that proudly displayed its name on a hand-painted sign, the Coyote. Turning left at the Coyote, traced through a grid of paved streets for a neighborhood never built, being abandoned after the 1987 stock market collapse. The street ended at a block of low apartments on the waterfront near a mostly deserted marina with only 3 or 4 sailboats amidst dozens of empty berths, another sign of the financial downturn. It was marvelously peaceful there, and the sound of halyards slapping masts provided a background of natural wind chimes. We spent many evenings on the screened-in balcony of Juan's second-floor apartment, catching up with events of the day, speculating on plans for the future, and making occasional beer runs to the Coyote. There was even a jacuzzi on the patio below us that we occasionally talked about using but never did, because the balcony was so agreeable, and inertia is a powerful influence. On one unexceptional evening, no more or less perfect than usual, Juan and Naomi were arguing about something, a practice they had honed to a fine art. I was watching the sky glowing burnt orange with the sun hanging a few fingers' width above the horizon when an unbidden revelation came to me. I don't get to do this again. In that moment, what I really understood in my guts for the first time was the transience of time and the inaccessibility of the past. Yes, we visited Juan often over the next few years, but repeating an activity does not recover a span of time any more than mimicking another person's behavior relives their life. For me, that realization marked the transition from my past as an adolescent to my future as an adult. A novel in a passage by Czech writer Milan Kundera captures my emotional reaction. A character watches a garland of flowers float away in a stream and thinks to himself, I saw before my eyes the garland going, never to return. Yes, never to return. All the basic situations in life occur only once, never to return. For a man to be a man, he must be fully aware of this, never to return. And indeed, my own life flowed on, but henceforth I really understood the importance of never to return. Nearly 20 years passed, during which I moved from Texas to Delaware, and then from Delaware to Alabama. But I was back at Rice University on sabbatical. Late one afternoon, I was driving north from Galveston, where I worked as a volunteer on the Alyssa, a 3-masted tall ship. In the morning, I'd climbed to the highest yard on her foremast to watch the sunrise. In the afternoon, I busted rust from steel frames in the depths of her bilges. It was glorious fun, and it left me in a nostalgic mood. Driving north on I-45, I saw the exit for Kemah and decided to take a detour for old time's sake. But I was unprepared for the alien encounter that followed. The former tidal flats were packed with townhouses, condos, and apartment blocks like an unbroken fence of irregular planks, offering no hint of the water beyond. 5 lanes of seamless asphalt stretched directly east through a monotonous succession of fast food joints, shopping centers, and gleaming gas stations, all interchangeable with those in any modern city. The only birds in evidence were a couple of dumpster diving pigeons. I was increasingly convinced that I had taken the wrong exit, but then I saw it. The gas station that called itself the Coyote was bravely hanging on. From there, the marina was now crowded with imposing mini mansions, and the marina had so many sailboats that the music of the halyards was a din. In contrast to the affluent vibe of the neighborhood, Juan's old apartment was surrounded with chain-link fence and awaited the wrecking ball. I found a break in the fence to squeeze through, walked over to his unit, and climbed the once familiar stairs. All the hardware, the doors, windows, plumbing fixtures, electrical outlets, kitchen cabinets, everything, had been removed for salvage, and only the layout of the rooms assured me that I'd ever been there before. The balcony was still accessible, though the screens were shredded and hanging in tatters. I walked out through where the sliding doors had been and saw the jacuzzi below half filled with filthy water that supported a bumper crop of mosquitoes. But by fortunate accident of geometry, the view over Clear Lake was still open to the horizon, and my timing was remarkable. Once again, the sky was burnt orange. Once again, the sun was a few finger widths above the horizon. I could even sense a dim image of myself 20 years earlier, sitting in a folding chair with a cold beer in my hand, looking westward. It felt that time itself had drawn me here to reaffirm my earlier revelation, that even though I was in this place again, the principle of never to return was inescapable as ever. So what implications did this insight bring me for how to live my life, how to guide my world line? I've cobbled together a personal list of rules to live by that I try to follow, from which I've selected one that I hope you'll find valuable. You'll be pleased that passed over Rule 8, which is nature doesn't give a damn about seventh derivatives. Yeah, skipping the calculus reference was a good thing. Again, I'm only sharing my perspective, not making recommendations. What follows is distilled from my advice to myself, which you're welcome to listen as I talk to myself. There's great wisdom in Dostoevsky's observation, beauty will save the world. Learn to seek beauty continually and to be open to what qualifies as beauty. There are the familiar, well-recognized sources, such as literature and poetry, the visual arts of painting, sculpture, architecture, and photography, and the performing arts of music, dance, and drama. But beauty permeates the world and its peoples, as well as the ideas we use to understand our place in it. Beauty can be found eating just fried chicken wings while standing under the eaves of a ramshackle municipal building on a Caribbean island in a light drizzle, while a pack of mongrels at your feet whines for the bones. Beauty can be found in the finesse of a street vendor assembling a sandwich with breathtaking rapidity while keeping up a steady stream of chatter. There's even beauty in the staccato of raindrops striking a metal roof, accompanied by the cawing of crows through an open window. A thing of beauty deserves to be attended to with deliberate attention. A thing of beauty is worthy of your time to explore what makes it special, distinctive, remarkable. Hence, take your time and use whatever creative tools are at your disposal to render any object of beauty into your consciousness and integrate it into your memory. Composing descriptive metaphors will help you remember, so keep a small notebook handy to jot them down. Don't depend upon your phone, it will just distract you. Paper also allows you to make quick sketches that you can flesh out when time permits. Be inspired to move your body in response to beauty, for muscle memory is a powerful way to immerse yourself into an experience. Do this even with static, motionless objects such as sculptures or photographs, perhaps mimicking whatever figure is depicted, regardless of who might be watching. It isn't always easy being eccentric. A key truth: photographs can't actually capture time. A snapshot might remind you later of an event, but regardless of how many you take, photos only represent a sparse set of singular points along your world line. The urge to take pictures is understandable, but then concentrate on observing and understanding what has enraptured your attention. Some counterexamples. If you've spent 8 hours in a cramped airline seat to get to Paris, then 2 hours standing in line to see the Mona Lisa, but your sole impulse is to take a selfie of yourself with her before moving on, you're doing it wrong. If you're listening to an old man with a guitar singing the blues, pouring out his story of struggle and redemption, but you spend most of your time distracted by trying to record it on your phone, you're doing it wrong. If you're having a deep conversation with a close friend, one of those soul-bearing experiences where you each reveal the depth of your mutual regard and affection, but you let yourself be continually interrupted by incoming texts, you're doing it wrong. Even when artists create photographs to express themselves, those images are not equivalent to their subject's lived reality any more than a painting or a sculpture is. Those artists are producing new objects of beauty to be appreciated for their own qualities, not merely recording an instant of time. Travel offers you tremendous opportunities for discovering beauty. Whenever possible, arrive at new destinations via public transport to experience how the residents get about. Get up before dawn one morning and walk the streets to see how working people prepare for the day and how nighthawks make their way home. If you don't speak the language, learn how to say yes, no, please, thank you, excuse me, and where's the beer? Where's the bathroom? For extra credit, learn to count to 10. Partial credit for learning to count to 5. Make a point to eat whatever particular food is eaten by the locals that isn't typically eaten elsewhere, even if it's weird. Particularly if it's weird. Haggis in Scotland, poutine in Quebec, hakkarl in Iceland, Vegemite in Australia, fugu in Japan, durian in Taiwan, huitlacoche in Mexico. Remember that the most abundant source of beauty is people, how they interact with one another, and how they respond to daily challenges. Pay attention to the people who make it possible for you to live a comfortable life. Beyond just those you interact with regularly, such as your barber, your dental hygienist, your personal physician. Learn the names of the grocery store clerks and shelf stockers you see daily. Melinda, Brenda, Matt, Nate, Tara, Portia. Learn the names of your waiters and bartenders. Christy, Steva, Derek, Rocky. Learn the names of the people who keep your car running. Greg and Cindy. Even learn the names of those poor souls laboring in the purgatory of customer service. Jasmine, Adnan, Orlando, Mateo, Joe. Ask after them regularly, really listen, and thank them for the services they render you. Finally, an actual piece of purely practical advice. In your travels, you may come across a work of art whose beauty absolutely enraptures you, but which is priced beyond what you think you can afford. Try to negotiate with the seller, being particularly respectful if you're dealing with the artist. But if you can agree on a price that is less than twice what you think you can afford, and you're sure you can get it home, go ahead and buy it. Trust me. To the class of 2022, thank you for your time, and congratulations.
Would the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please stand at this time? President Coleman, on behalf of the faculty, it's my honor to present these candidates who have completed the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Charter of Birmingham-Southern College and the state of Alabama, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities hereunto appertaining.
Luis Enrique Angiano Bueno. Jenna Lillian Batiz. Harrison Martin Bonaventure. Oh, Harrison is cum laude. Laura Alexandra Allie Brown, Distinction in Leadership Studies, magna cum laude. Samuel Michael Brucker, magna cum laude. Charles William Acevedo Butler III, cum laude. Samuel Tucker Carden, which rhymes with garden, cum laude. Lisbeth Raquel Cerrone Gomez. Bailey Mackenzie Childress. Oops. Lance Cook Jr., magna cum laude. William Francis Crockert. Louisa Dorothea Davis. Laura Rose Dunn. Angus Lowell Durham, magna cum laude. Robert Lang Elliott IV. Rio Duke Elliott, cum laude. McCrae Bishop Finley. Thank you. Casey Danielle Fleming. John Garrett Foley. Madeline Grace Fralia. Casey Caroline Gilreath. Amanda Goolsby, magna cum laude. Zachary Michael Hall. Aaliyah Hammond. You got to do it too. Macy Ruth Hartley. Thank you. Abigail Christine Clancy Helser, cum laude, Donald C. Harrison Honors Program Senior Scholar. Garrick Hoffman. Thank you. Alexis Desiree Howard. Neandre Howard. James Townsend Hughes. Hey. Jasleen Carr Judge, magna cum laude, Donald C. Harrison Honors Program Senior Scholar. Denman Lawrence Kane. Jacob Lawson Kennedy. Jennifer Lynn Key. Lucas Vinson Lamb, cum laude, distinction in leadership studies. Caitlin Ann Long. Logan William Lowry. James McKay. James Michael Meehan. Rachel Mixon, magna cum laude. Grayson Haley Murray, cum laude. Caroline Victoria Novak, magna cum laude. Looks good. Madison Robin Owens. I'll get it. Anna Grace Pell, distinction in leadership studies. Catherine Grace Pepe. Cassidy Danielle Quintana, magna cum laude. David Peyton Reeves, cum laude. I said cum laude. Gracie Ann Ricci.
Let's go, Gracie!
Cum laude. Maxwell Sager, cum laude. Gotcha. Tarika Renee White Sanders. Cum laude. Natalie Marie Santiago. Laura Ann Shores. Kaylin Showers. Ariel Anicia Smith, distinction in Black Studies. Laura Lucinda Smitherman, distinction in Leadership Studies. Reagan Swindler, magna cum laude. Joshua Francis Cord Coppola Thomas. Oops, I'm sorry. Noah Todd. Tamara Shaquille Tucker. Distinction in Leadership Studies. Natalie Varisco, cum laude. Kendall Collier Vick. Asia Walker, distinction in Black Studies. Merry Christmas. Mary Christine Watts. Kaylee Wilson, cum laude, Donald C. Harrison Honors Program Senior Scholar. Catherine Kelly Woody. Rachel Deneen Ray. James Clayton Phillips Youngblood. Margaret Alice Zahner. Okay. The following degrees are being conferred summa cum laude. I ask that all who are able please rise in honor of this extraordinary academic achievement. I guess. You've earned it. When I say. Dramatic. Mallory Birch Ely, summa cum laude. Mary Frances Gaston, summa cum laude. Don't do it. Claudia Grace Glasgow, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Constance Carson Hodges, summa cum laude, Donald C. Harrison Honors Program Senior Scholar. Natalie Ann Justice, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Cassidy Megan Lee, summa cum laude. It's just going to make him wait. Okay. Thornton Taylor Muncher, summa cum laude, Donald C. Harrison Honors Program Senior Scholar, Phi Beta Kappa. Mary Emerson Owen, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa.
Would the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts please stand at this time? President Coleman, on behalf of the faculty, it is my honor to present these candidates who've completed all of the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Charter of Birmingham-Southern College and the state of Alabama, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts with all the honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities hereunto appertaining.
Lauren Elizabeth Beagle, magna cum laude. Lee Neal Champagne, magna cum laude. Margaret Louise Geiger, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Claire Hackenberg, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Sarah Helen Kern. Paris Diane Liederbach. Wyatt Lillard. Jeremy Jabari Martin. Abigail Annette Waller, cum laude.
Would the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science please stand at this time? President Coleman, on behalf of the faculty, it is my honor to present these candidates who have completed the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Science.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Charter of Birmingham-Southern College in the state of Alabama, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities hereunto appertaining.
Dorothy Cian Alexander. Trevor James Allison. Harper Elizabeth Anderson, magna cum laude. Christian Brock Baker, cum laude, distinction in leadership studies. Clarence William Barr. Nicole Ruth Bouchek. Emma Kate Bond, magna cum laude. Emma Wolf Begley, magna cum laude. Cameron Renee Bendolf. Mary Margaret Bernard. Daniel Allen Blake. Chase Adam Bolding, cum laude. Jessica Nicole Bustani. Lauren Bustani. Madison Taylor Brooke, magna cum laude. Sailor Caroline Brown. Ryan Abney Brown Azel, magna cum laude, distinction in public health studies. Nathaniel Lofton Buchanan, cum laude. Kaylin Chapman. Annie Laura Clayton. Cortland Dane Coley. Hallie Cooper. Mariana Cooper, cum laude, distinction in leadership studies. Molly Cowan. Aubrey Benjamin Cox. Caroline Elaine Krieger, magna cum laude. Ethan Webb Creel, cum laude, distinction in leadership studies. Ansley Teresa Daly, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Erica Davis Temple. Alexander Slade Dawson. Cameron Martin DeArmond II. Lauren Amanda Dickens, cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Isabella Di Stefano. Coleman McCall Dorland.
Go Coleman!
Anna Mae Isabel Estes. John Luke Fajak. Taylor Fields. Abigail Kathleen Finley. Paul Jameer Fitzgerald III. Kiamber Nicole Ford, distinction in leadership studies. Carly Elise Gainey. Chloe Elizabeth Gardner, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa, distinction in leadership studies. Lionel Linvert. John Michael Greer, Jr., cum laude, distinction in leadership studies. Elizabeth Arlene Vogel Hale, cum laude. Claude Douglas Hall, Jr. Connor Hanover. Marion Claire Harmon. Mark Jackson Hurd. Caitlin Noel Hearn, magna cum laude. Phi Beta Kappa. Augustine Hayden Henderson.
I left my card. It's Shayla Hill.
Shayla Hill. Shayla Hill. Samantha Hillier. Samuel Philip Hoyle. James Matthew Hughes. David Ellis Ivester. Carol Elizabeth Johnson, cum laude. Jordan Raylan Johnson. Jordan Tyree Jones. Hattie Husro Kareem. Lauren Keplinger, cum laude. Joseph Armstrong Kilcoyne, distinction in leadership studies. Sarah Barry Kirkland. Abigail Esther Kiss. Joshua Knight. Victoria Ashley Knighton. Tavian Latreo Fleming. Carson Robert Maggio, magna cum laude. Jorge Mahomar. Sabel Jean Margaret Mattingly, Donald C. Harrison Program Senior Scholar. Mary Elizabeth Bailey McCoy. Caroline Mefford, cum laude. Kate Tayloe Mercer. Verda Rafiq Merchant, cum laude, distinction in public health studies. Rafael Milan Lopez. Jordan Ray Miller. Andrea Mitchell.
Yes, Treya!
Jonna Elizabeth Mode. Kaylin Kiera Hines, cum laude. Alfonso Terrace Holt III. Kirby Hopkins, cum laude. Michael John O'Driscoll. James Chandler O'Neill, cum laude. Austin David Payden. William Wells Parker. Jalpesh Patel. Charles Kemper Patterson III. Catherine Elizabeth Patterson. Tabia Janae Perry. Jamie Persall. Elizabeth Claire Lavangi. Hannah Marie Lafiosa. Milan Nancy Liederbach. Anna Blake Lowe, cum laude. Anna Jordan Luth, cum laude. Marissa Dawn Scales, magna cum laude. Caitlin May Schultz. Quintera Shaw. John Gibbs Cheryl, cum laude. Caitlin Ray Simpson. Catherine Jean Skoda. Luke Sly. Christopher Moore. Sarah Isabella Morales. Evie Elizabeth Morton, magna cum laude. Mallory Grace Muss. Miles Myers. Kathleen Elizabeth McCabe Napier. Gentry Charles Annunziato Niece. Oh, I'm so sorry. Tell me how to say it. Lionel Lindbergh Grant III. Okay, got it. Lionel Lindvert Grant III.
Yeah! Get it right, yes!
Elise Kirsten Taylor, cum laude.
It's Monasia.
Monasia Ebony Taylor. Amber McKay Thompson, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Sabrina Toe. Kyle Robert Vosen. Riley O'Neill Vote, magna cum laude. Carson Noah Walter. Connor Register. Richard Watkins Rain, cum laude. Ashley Ruth Rennick, distinction in public health studies, cum laude. Augustus John Riley. Griffin Noah Reiner, magna cum laude. Sydney Michelle Roberts, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Rushing. Catherine Christine Savage. Mackenzie Lauren Sloan, cum laude. Patricia Howard Smith. Victoria Patience Solfranc. Divya Lakshmi Shriram. Troy Stevens. Palmer Scott Steventon.
Palmer.
Madeline Suzanne Stewart. Mary Catherine Stewart, cum laude, Donald C. Honors Program, Senior Scholar. Olivia Grace Stringer, cum laude. Mia Jane Walmsley. Josie Marie Wannemuller. Christian Watkins. Reese Ashton Weaver. Ming Della White. Zachary Michael Wilkins. Paige Williamson, cum laude. Alicia Sedera Willis. Amy Elizabeth Wright. Christopher Anthony Yeager. The following degrees are being conferred summa cum laude. I ask, say again? Oh, thank you. At this time, we would like to recognize several graduates who are unable to celebrate with us in person. Ethan Landon Dustin Wooten, Army Specialist in the 206th Transportation Company. Ethan is watching us via live stream from Kuwait, where he has been deployed since February. Also, the BSC baseball team is participating in the NCAA Division III Championship as the #1 seed in the Lynchburg Regional. Traveling with the team today are the following graduates: Richard Austin Gentry, Alfredo Granier, cum laude, Tristan Matthew Harvin, Preston Clayton Jenkins, Oliver Livingston, Adam Gregory Richards, Thomas Cole Stedman, magna cum laude, Jack Ellis Stevens, Brian Keith Williams II. Now, the following degrees are being conferred summa cum laude. I ask that all who are able please rise in honor of this extraordinary achievement. Rachel Eileen Brooks, summa cum laude, Donald C. Harrison Honors Program Senior Scholar, Distinction in Public Health Studies. Caitlin Elizabeth Kane, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Leary Drummond, summa cum laude. Claire Elizabeth Gallion, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa, Distinction in Public Health Studies. Mary Brandon Harrell, summa cum laude, Donald C. Harrison Program Senior Scholar. Lauren Elizabeth Hayes, summa cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa. Laura Alice Hillhouse, summa cum laude, Distinction in Poverty Studies. Kobe Lewis Martin, summa cum laude. Maria Christian Potts, summa cum laude. Leandro Rossi, summa cum laude, Donald C. Harrison Honors Program, Senior Scholar. Andrew Voss Schofield, summa cum laude. Evan Andrew Sigler, summa cum laude. Ansley Lane Turley, summa cum laude. Beckley Gareth Wilkes, summa cum laude.
All right, class of 2022, you may now move your tassel from the right to the left side of your mortar board. Congratulations. Our next speaker is Dr. Daniel Potts, class of 1986, and father of graduating senior Maria Potts, who brings greetings from the Birmingham-Southern College Alumni Association.
Good morning, and thank you, President Coleman, Provost Smith, and longtime friend Jennifer Waters, who invited me to speak today on behalf of the alumni to the graduating class. I do this from a point of gratitude and pride for this college, its storied history, exemplary people, and excellent educational standard, an appreciation of which was only starting to sink in when my wife Ellen and I walked across this stage 34 years ago. Since then, we've had the privilege of seeing our elder daughter, Julie, graduate in 2018, and of course, now to be present as our younger daughter, Maria, does the same. Now to Maria and to the entire graduating class of 2022, we offer our heartfelt congratulations. This achievement, yours in particular, is remarkable, having been wrought in the throes of a global pandemic. From a strange and lonely state marked by nasal swabbings, quarantines, seroprevalence, transmission rates, data trackers, and booster shots, you have emerged. Encountering COVID's isolating power plays, each of you has come through this ordeal, supported and sustained through relationships forged with friends, classmates, professors, advisors, lab partners, sorority sisters, fraternity brothers, staff, and others. Your personal and collective resiliency has written a different storyline, superseding the tragedy narrative of COVID, one that reads forward ever together. And it's this theme, this supreme value of relationships that I wish to highlight for a couple of minutes for you today, and which I make as a charge to you today. 99-year-old theologian Jim Houston, founder of the C.S. Lewis Institute, tells his students that life is about relationships. And indeed, research affirms the elder's wisdom. When scientists began tracking the health of 268 Harvard sophomores, including future President John F. Kennedy, in 1938, they hoped their study would reveal clues to leading healthy, happy lives. The now 84-year-old study of adult development, one of the longest longitudinal studies in history, eventually expanded to include offspring and spouses, as well as inner-city residents. Examination of health trajectories, triumphs, and pitfalls in broader life revealed very important results. It turns out that close, meaningful relationships, more than wealth or fame, are the keys to lifelong happiness, offering protection from discontentment and helping to stave off mental and physical decline. I try to remember this when, as a neurologist, I meet with patients and talk about brain health. So we not only highlight diet, exercise, etc., but healthy relationships as well. Relationships like these are more apt to predict long and happy lives than social class, IQ, and genetics. With graduation approaching in the past few weeks, I suspect many of you have replayed that highlight reel from your BSc experience. I imagine that most of those highlights were relational experiences. The kind upper class person who helped you move in to your dorm on the first day of school. The welcome you received from members of your fraternity or sorority. The cherished experience of singing in your first BSc carol service. Celebrating with your team after a clutch victory. The satisfaction of seeing your name next to an honored professor on a research paper or project, or joining alongside others to do a worthwhile service project. Perhaps there are other scenes in your reel as well. The day your faculty advisor helped you to see the light that there may need to be a change in major. The trusted friend who listened openly as you shared of troubles back home. The professor who believed in you enough to write an excellent letter of recommendation at a time when you were lacking belief in yourself. Or the roommate with whom you knew you could always share deepest struggles and greatest joys. You see, relationships like these are among the most meaningful ones of our lives. Many of our closest relationships are college friends, and contact with former professors and mentors continues to inspire and motivate us right up to the present, for which we are so grateful. And in our case, my wife Ellen and I, our most valued friendship, that between spouses, was born on the hilltop as well. That said, you may or may not be surprised to learn that your tapestry of BSc relationships will continue to weave itself in beneficial ways after graduation. We can share story after story, both from our lives and others, of opportunities that presented themselves through relationships with BSc alumni. You will find that this group really is a family, not in name only. Remember that as you go along, both receiving and giving back the advantages of being a member of this global alumni. Because you see, the essence of Birmingham-Southern College is similar for you as it was for us almost 40 years ago. Not a stagnant, stony cistern of tradition, but present and alive in its people and through its relationships. A most excellent and honorable life that shines out from this hilltop in the torches of thousands of BSc alumni who move forward ever into the world that first showed itself on the pages and in the halls of the finest liberal arts education you can get. So now, I charge you, fellow alumni, with 4 R's. First, to remember the relationships that you forged here. Second, to reflect upon how you have grown through these relationships. Third, to reconnect with BSc friends, mentors, faculty, and staff whenever you can. And finally, to respond with gratitude and with generosity, making new connections with the growing BSc alumni family and supporting your alma mater to ensure that future generations can have the same kinds of transformational, educational, and relational experiences that you yourselves have had here. Again, congratulations, and may God bless the journey for each one of you as you move forward ever together.
Would you please rise and join in the singing of the BSc alma mater, which will be led by graduating senior Maria Potts.
On the city's western border, reared against the sky, proudly stands our alma mater as the years go by. by us all forever, alma mater strong. Hold our faithful hearts and minds as we sing this song. Forward ever be our watchword, conquer and prevail. Hail to thee, our alma mater, BSC, all hail.
Graduates, as you leave today, you'll walk through the sidewalk surrounded by faculty on both sides of you to congratulate you and move on to the academic quad where you participate in the senior champagne toast that is hosted by the Office of Alumni Engagement. Everyone else, we ask that you stay where you are until the last graduate exits the building, and then you may also make your way outside to find your students. I invite you to receive this blessing and the benediction. God be in your head and in your thinking. God be in your eyes and in your looking. God be in your mouth and in your speaking. God be in your heart and in your understanding. God be in your endings and in your beginnings. Amen.